Alright guys, so watch this video for Tuesday, January 15th. Kind of a quiet day, very low volume in the SPY, pretty narrow range. There's the daily candle right there. Here's what I'm watching for Tuesday. This BIOC had a big move intraday and really closed in its upper half of its range, so it's certainly worth watching as a follow-through day tomorrow. CNET's kind of a sleeper. You don't really have unusual volume. If I go to 60-minute candles, you kind of see unusual volume, I don't know, about a week ago. But it's in the sleeper category. It did make a huge move back here, but did have this pop and kind of flagging. So I threw it on there because I don't have that much to watch. I still think US Steel, the letter X, is worth having on a chart every day. It's still kind of chopping sideways. If there's positive wall news, I think this one could rip. So I'm just going to have it on a chart and be ready in case something comes out. VVUS, big volume day for this stock, closing pretty strong. So we're looking for a follow-through day in that one tomorrow, although we want to make sure that we're not chasing anything. FTFT, kind of another sleeper. Even this big volume spike wasn't a million shares, but it closed pretty strong. And it's worth noting, like the day before today, I guess that's called Friday, it only traded 12,000 shares. So this is, I don't know. I threw it on watch again because I don't have much to watch. I couldn't find much. And maybe sometimes you get a second day play in some of these low floaters, but I'm not in love with it. GoGo I want to keep on watch because if this thing can rip through 4 one of these days, I think it could take out the highs of the earnings day and maybe squeeze. There's a lot of shorts in this name. Is it in play right now? Not really. We had the earnings day, so we're still just a few days after earnings. But you can see there's really no major activity in it. Volume's pretty light, but I do think volume could pour in if it pushes through 4. So I'm going to keep it on watch. BOXL. I really like this chart. Some big pops back here. A big volume day, which was 15 million shares in early November. Then it kind of went down into nothing, but then you had a nice 2-day pop that started here and topping out at 220, right? Today had a little volume spike and topped out at 210. So we might get a low risk entry through 2 tomorrow, knowing that a break of 210 and a break of 220 could get this into breakout mode. It's a low float stock, but I love the chart here. So I'm really interested in this one, maybe through 2 tomorrow. I don't know what it's going to look like on an intraday basis, so I can't call it through 2 right now. But 2 could become an inflection point. Also, a break of today's high 210 is interesting, and then over 220 is another catalyst, and then this one could squeeze. It really made a nice move back here. When I see this on a chart, tells me a stock can really move nicely at times, and you've got a pretty nice setup here. It's probably my favorite looking chart going into tomorrow. MRIN, still holding the 20-day here, and a nice little pop today after, it had a nice bounce attempt back here, right back into the 20-day and starting to curl back up again. Only 583,000 traded, so I'm not in love with it, but we will be watching this one. CRMD, whenever I put something on watch and it doesn't give me a trigger, usually I keep it on watch for the next several days, and that's kind of what's happening with CRMD. Had a nice push here to 180, several days lower, a few bottoming tails right here. Still looking for kind of an afternoon range break, knowing that over 180, then we might take out this 185 and maybe, squeeze up to this 240 level. So it's an interesting chart. And then ABIL, there's really nothing interesting about this other than the fact that in after hours it's trading at like 214 right now. I'll switch to 60s. So it's trading, right about up here. Not my favorite trader, but something's going on in after hours, so I think it's worth watching. That's it. I'm keeping it short and sweet tonight, and we'll see everybody in chat tomorrow. Have a good night.